I split up with my husband, I was lonely at night time because it was just me and the kids, see, and I wanted to reconnect with another adult, or probably a man.
Yeah, because you're in company.
Company and all the rest of it. And I did. I met somebody, my current husband, as a matter of fact, but I was really nervous about, I'd had 2 kids, I'd had a cesarean, my body looked pretty ordinary, I thought anyway, And anyway, I was talking to a male friend of mine about being really nervous about getting back into a sexual relationship with someone, and I said, "Oh God, I'm too embarrassed. Like, I'll take my clothes off and I just go there."
And you run a mile.
Run a mile, absolutely. And my friend said, "Look," he said, "he'll be in the zone. He's not going to be worried about whether you've got a wrinkle here or a wrinkle there, stretch marks or that sort of thing." I mean, that was all in my head. And he put it in perspective. He said, "Look, he'll be in the zone. He'll be so excited about,
being with you.
Being with me and moving the relationship to another level, that he's not going to be checking out every crease that's in my body." So, but it's amazing how my mind, that's all I could focus on.
Your mind thinks. I sort of had a similar experience when this is a long time after, like, my kids were sort of, they would have been 12, 13, something like that. And I was thinking, I really want to get, my kids are going to leave home. I was thinking, this is at 14, thinking, God, they'll be gone soon.
Planning, you were hopeful.
But I thought the time's going to come. They were becoming more independent, doing their own thing, and didn't need me around. And I was having all this spare time. And it's like, well, what am I going to do? Who am I going to spend my time with? So I started looking for relationships, I guess. And I was caught up in that, the whole same thing of
body image
thing, and am I attractive enough, and all of this stuff. And what I was talking the same thing to a friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine, male friends, and they were saying exactly the same thing. But what you're forgetting is that the guys are probably feeling exactly the same way as you too, because they're the same age as you, or a little bit older than you, and also they told me that, I don't know if they were pulling my leg or not, but as guys get older, they appreciate things differently than they did when they were younger too. So not to worry about so much of those things. So a lot of our minds are just powerful, aren't they? What we can convince ourselves.
And then you convince yourself not to take that extra step into the relationship because you're fearful of how you'll be seen or perceived, as opposed to looking for. Instead of looking for the opportunity, you're
focused on yourself.
You're focused on yourself and the fear, and not what the positive outcome could be. That'd be moving on,
and that it's an experience. It's just a moment. But and not just in those situations, but even just with connecting with people. If you go, say, to a church group or a tennis club or anything, or even going to TAFE to learn, to learn something new, you're conscious, I always was, of what people were thinking. Do I fit in? And I'm not going to say that because I embarrass myself. All of that sort of stuff that pressure I put myself under. So it would have been easier just to sit at home alone and lonely, perhaps.
And stay in that spot rather than take a step or the risk of finding something a bit different. Because if it didn't work, it's like my friend said to me, he said, well, if he's focused on that, is that the sort of person you want to be with anyway? So, and I thought, that's probably true. If he was worried about, stretch marks and my body being a bit beat up because I was a mother, then he wasn't the sort of person that I would want to be with long term anyway.
So that comes back to knowing what you expect out of life and what you want, and expecting good things rather than not so good things.
So, Myrna, we've been working together on a little book of A to Z of eliminating loneliness. I was wondering if you'd like to share with our audience
how it came about.
How it came about, and what they might expect if they download it.
It's an awesome book, even if I do say so myself.
Well, let me pat you on the back.
No, we worked together on this. We came up with the A to Z of eliminating loneliness. Basically, it's a lot of little tips and ideas around, I guess, dealing with loneliness, or anything for that matter, in a way. Like we've got here,
can you give us one of the little snippets?
It's a little snippet of stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. We start off with A, and we talk about your attitude and how that can affect just, impact, as we spoke earlier about what we were doing. Also about taking action, or we talk through about joining in. Lots of just short little paragraph. Everything is. It's not very intense or deep. It's got a few little activities, and it quotes, and also gives you lots of resources, books that I've actually got this stuff out. It's basically based on all the things that I've used
in your own
in
life,
my own life, and the things that I've read and the things that I've taken out.
So they're only little short, so you can actually just meditate on a couple of little points and see whether any of those things actually apply to you. So that's pretty good. So where can they get this?
It's on our website. If you go there, and you'll see a little opt-in page somewhere on the website. Just have a look, and you'll see, enter your name and email here, and you'll be able to.
And our webpage is
Avenues to Change.
Well, thanks, Berna, and it's been great chatting with you.
Yes.
We're looking forward to our next Teacup Treasures
morning tea.
Okay,
cool.
Thanks.
Talk again soon.
Thanks for joining us.